Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be my unboxing and review of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I'm super excited to unbox the phone today. I actually drove almost 300 kilometers just to pick this guy up, which is the equivalent of like 200 miles. So yeah, I went a long ways to find this guy. The reason being is because I missed out on the actual pre-orders, so for like 4 or 5 days after, I was just constantly refreshing the website, and an Apple store had it. It just wasn't the one that was close to my home, so I went for a little bit of a drive, and with this year's model, we're getting a faster A15 Bionic chip, we're getting a ProMotion display exclusive to the Pro and Pro Max, faster 5G connectivity, upgraded cameras, and we're getting an exclusive cinematic mode for the iPhone 13 lineup. We're also getting a 20% smaller notch and increased battery life, which Apple is stating that the Pro Max is supposed to have 2.5 hours better battery life. We get some new colors as well this year with the Sierra Blue, which is replacing the Pacific Blue from last year. It looks really good and I almost picked it up myself, but the other colors include gold, silver, and of course graphite, which we are going to take a look at right now. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Okay, so here is the phone. The box art is a little bit different compared to the 12 Pro Max from last year. Last year we got the actual display. This year we get the back of the phone, so a nice little switch up from Apple's packaging. To be honest, I think I kind of like this one a little bit more, but this one we get to see what's actually inside. The Pro models kept the black box design again this year, which I'm actually a big fan of. And then on the side here we can see iPhone written in gray, Apple logo on the top, iPhone on the side again, and another Apple logo on the bottom. Now the bottom is a little bit messed up. I picked it up like this from the Apple store. I think I can clean this part up a little bit, but there is a little bit of a tear there, but that's not a big deal. You can hardly notice it when it's like this. Anyways, there's the back there. Now one thing you might notice is that there's no plastic that's surrounding the box anymore. Apple's doing this to be a little bit more eco-friendly, which I'm definitely a fan of, and instead we just get some pull tabs here, which is pretty interesting. It makes the unboxing experience a little bit different with iPhones, so let's go ahead and open it. Not as satisfying, that's for sure. It's literally just 2 pull tabs and that's it. Now I did get the 128GB model. I was planning on getting the 256, but there was no stock of it. And to be completely honest, I should be fine with 128 for at least one more year, and then next year with the iPhone 14, I'll probably have to get the 256. But anyways, let's go ahead and take the cover off here and get a glimpse of the phone. Oh, ho, ho, that looks nice. Woo, that graphite looks real good. I just love the back of the Pro model phones with the matte finish here. The graphite does look a little bit different compared to the 12 Pro Max. I did pick it up in graphite last year, but then I swapped it for blue, and now we're back with graphite for the iPhone 13, and I gotta say I love it. Let's go ahead and take it out of the box here. So one thing I'm noticing right away is that the cameras are definitely a lot bigger, and the sides still attract a lot of fingerprints, but if you're someone who puts it in a case, you won't even notice that. But if you're someone who rocks the phone naked, then you probably will notice a lot of smudges along the edges here. Now for the display. Gorgeous 6.7-inch display here. I just love the stainless steel banding around the Pro model phones. It just looks super premium and really good. There's the bottom, so we're still rocking with a lightning port here instead of USB-C. I'm really hoping that with the iPhone 14 we get USB-C finally, but chances are we'll probably still be getting lightning until the phone eventually just goes portless. But anyways, we got the speakers on the bottom there, we've got the power button on the side, SIM tray, and the volume rockers, and that's pretty much it for the actual physical phone here. Let's go ahead and turn it on. There is the Apple logo. Now let's go ahead and set this up. It should be very easy. So you just get the hello writing in a bunch of different languages. And one thing that's cool about that is the font is actually the same font from the iMac event. But let's go ahead and continue with the setup. So we'll go English, Canada, and I am feeling that 120 hertz right away. Like, it definitely feels a little bit quicker. It probably won't show on the camera because I'm not recording in 120 hertz, but it definitely feels pretty buttery smooth. So pretty standard stuff here. You can place your old phone right beside it, and if the software is compatible, then you can just basically copy the phone right beside each other. Now I'm using my phone to record this video, so of course I can't do it this way. So what I'm going to do is use an iCloud backup. Just going to set it up with my Wi-Fi here, so Stark Industries 5G. And while that's loading for a second, inside of the box, all you get is a 1 meter USB-C to lightning cable. That's pretty much it. No power adapter again. And then just your standard paperwork here and your SIM ejector pin. And of course you get an Apple sticker, but I wish that the Apple logo did match the color of the phone you got. But hey, another Apple sticker to put inside of my drawer. I think I'm at like 50 stickers. I got nothing to stick them on, but anyways, add that to the collection. Okay, so the phone should be ready to go here. so let's go ahead and unlock it. Data and privacy, continue. We'll go Face ID set up. You guys are going to see the awkward setup that I have here to film this video. So let's go ahead and set this up. And one more time. There we go. Okay, Face ID is set up. Create a passcode. Gonna do that off screen for a second, even though chances of anyone watching this video and trying to steal my phone or something is pretty slim. But yeah, just made the passcode there. So we're gonna go restore from iCloud backup. Now you have a bunch of different options here, just like every other year. Easiest one is definitely just placing the phone right beside it, but I'm just gonna use iCloud backup. Sign into my Apple ID right here. Terms and conditions, obviously we're not going to read those, so let's just hit agree. And the backup that I'm going to choose is from yesterday at 4:12 p.m. from my 12 Pro Max. And I'm just going to transfer everything over to here because this is going to be my main phone. Share those iPhone analytics and app analytics, and now we wait. Okay, so about 15 minutes later, it's finally done. Everything from my iPhone 12 Pro Max is onto here now, so let's go ahead and unlock it. So you can see it's probably going to take a little while to download everything because I have a lot of apps on my phone, but I am super happy with the Graphite. It looks really, really good. It feels a tiny bit heavier than the 12 Pro Max, and overall, to be completely honest, it does feel pretty much like almost identical to the phone that I had before, and that makes a lot of sense because the screen size is the same. Pretty much like everything about it is the same. But anyways, we get a little bit of a better look at the notch here, so you can see with the screen on, it does look a little bit smaller. I just can't wait for the day where the notch just does not exist on an iPhone. It's probably about 30 years away from now, but hey, I'm looking forward towards that day. But for now, we've got a 20% smaller notch on the very top, which is pretty noticeable, and I'm hoping that Apple allows you to put some extra stuff on the top corners here. Like, please just give me a battery percentage. I never understood why they didn't allow us to use that on the last generation, and especially with a smaller notch now, like you could definitely fit the battery percentage on there, but they still won't allow it. But yeah, that is the 13 Pro Max in the Graphite colorway. I'm really liking this color option, and I'm glad that I went back to Graphite this year. But anyways, let's go ahead and test out cinematic mode. So here is cinematic mode, so you can see the bokeh effect behind my brother here. Bokeh is essentially just a blurry background. It looks really good and really cinematic, and it's really going to up the levels of video on iPhone. He's looking like an NPC right now, just standing there doing nothing, but yeah, so he's moving around and the background's still blurry, but he's in focus, and there's actually a tracker on his face right now. And then if I switch over to the regular video, you'll notice the difference right away. So here's regular video. You can see everything is clear and it doesn't look as cinematic. And this is going to be awesome because it's going to up the video quality on iPhones, like I was just saying. And for someone like myself who does a lot of product videos, there's going to be some pretty cool cinematic shots in future reviews, so make sure you subscribe for those. But once again, I'll just show you the cinematic mode. Big difference. Now, something really cool is I can actually switch the focus over to something else. So let's say I want to focus on something else that's pretty cool, is you can actually switch the focus over to something else. So right now he's in focus, but if I wanted to put like maybe my hand or something, now my hand's in focus and everything else is blurry. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it for my unboxing and quick first impressions of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I gotta say I am really liking this thing a lot more than I initially thought I was going to. And you already know I have cinematic mode on. I think this looks pretty cool. You can also adjust the levels of bokeh that you're using in the video in post-production. So some really cool options that creators are going to have with this new cinematic mode on the iPhone 13s. I was also really impressed with the 120Hz refresh rate display. It actually feels way faster than the original 60 that's on all of the previous iPhones. And whenever I go to use my 12 Pro Max now, I'm like, oh my god, this thing is in like slow motion, not pro motion. So yeah, I'm really liking the 120, the cinematic mode. Macro photography is pretty cool too, and I am going to go in more detail in a future video when I do a full-on review of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. For now, this is just my quick first impressions of the phone, and I gotta say I'm impressed so far because I was watching the announcement and I was like, oh, this kind of, this isn't gonna be the best phone ever. But there's some pretty cool stuff here and I cannot wait to use it and make that review for you guys. So if you do want to watch that video, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be posting a ton of accessory videos for the iPhone iPhone 13 lineup today. I think I have like 10 cases to make videos for, and I have a 3-in-1 charger, and I still have to make my iPad mini video. So it's going to be a busy next few days, but I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this unboxing and first impressions. Leave a comment down below of what you guys are thinking about your brand new iPhone 13 if you were lucky enough to pick one up yesterday. Other than that, thank you again for watching the video. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.